Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Bhagavad-Gita, chapter number 2, text number 50. Buddhi yukta jahadi hai, ubo sukrita dushkrita, tasmad yogaya yujjashva, yoga karmashu kaushalam. Buddhi yukta. Buddhi yukta means using the spiritual intelligence. Material intelligence are always there is no doubt about it. How to create and destroy, how to maintain the family, how to eat nicely, sleep nicely, mate nicely, defend nicely. And for that purpose, let us create so many facilities so that the income can come in. So these are the material intelligence. That intelligence also belongs to Krishna. There is no doubt about it. So now Krishna is saying, Buddhi yukta, using the spiritual intelligence. Buddhi yukta jahadi hai. Jahadi hai means get rid of. What? Ubo sukrita dushkrita. So ubo means both pious and impious activities, which means spiritual activities are not just pious activity here. Because Krishna says here, specifically using your spiritual intelligence, you are getting rid of pious and impious activities, or the results of pious and impious activities as well. Why? Because the pious activities, when you render, you are forced to come to this material world to enjoy the result of that pious activity. And if you commit sinful activities, we will be transferred to the place where the judgment will be taken and will be punished there, and thereafter they bring us back and put into lower species of life. So danger is actually there. We have a body, and how we utilize this body in various services is very important. Every action has equal and opposite reactions. This is the law of Newton, but far before Krishna has said this. It's not Newton's law. They are all like impersonalists, but let us take it. As a modern great personality has given you this wonderful knowledge that every action has equal and opposite reactions. So that is good. If gold is in the filthy place, we should take it and wash it and use it. So even if a perfect knowledge coming from uncivilized person or can be anyone, let us take it from them, because it is a pure knowledge. Pure knowledge can be taken from anybody, regardless of their power and position. We cannot actually just say this guy's demeanor is something else, therefore we will not take it. And what will happen to us if we don't take it? And there he is warning, and we still gonna actually do against his instruction, and we get into trouble. So knowledge can be taken. So what to speak of the transcendental knowledge given by God? Why shouldn't we take it? So here he says, with spiritual intelligence, spiritual actions, we can give up both pious and impious activities. Right? Now, whenever we actually speak about yoga, the people has an understanding just sitting and meditating. The yoga for them has only one meaning. Sit and meditate on some void, impersonal things. Or some yogi teacher, he may actually say, whoever is your favorite god, and while you meditate, you remember it. That's all. So that is also not so accurate. Yoga means linking with the Supreme. So here we are not actually talking, or Krishna is talking about sitting and meditating. No, that is not yoga. Here yoga means action. Because how much you can actually meditate on an impersonal God? If a God, or if the God does not have hand, leg, form, pastimes, activities, what would we meditate? Doesn't have form, just a light. How long we can meditate? So that is one aspect somebody has given to us, but it is not a right yoga system. And that yoga system also will not keep you engaged, your mind, in transcendental activities or consciousness. No. It is the action. We have to work for Krishna. That is called Nishkama Karma. Karma comes in yoga. That is called Nishkama Karma Yoga. Do not desire anything. If you desire, then you fall into pious and impious activities. When you are in impious and pious activities, naturally there will be results for pious activities, pious results, impious activities, impious results. For both, we have to come to enjoy or suffer. So these enjoyment and suffer bind us to the repeated birth and death. That is the only fear. We can always think that there is something called going to vacate us from this world, regardless of what we have done here. So, what is the point? So here, Tasmad Yogaya Yujasva. Krishna says both can be destroyed by spiritual intelligence. Therefore, Tasmad, therefore, Yogaya Yujasva. You engage in Nishkama Karma Yoga, Yogaya. So it is very clear here, not sitting and meditating on your tip of your nose, wearing a tree bark or wearing a tiger skin or deer skin to drive the snakes out in the jungle. No, Lord is not talking about this yoga here now. He may be talking in the future, in the 6th chapter, but not now. So, Tasmad Yoga Yujashva. Therefore, you engage in that activity. Yoga Karmashu Kaushalam. That Kaushala means what? That is the skill, that is the intelligence. So, that is an art to get rid of these things by engaging in Krishna service. All that we have a matchbox. Say that we have matchbox. And in the tip that chemical is there, burning, flammable, right? That is actually flames as soon as it come and connect with the fire. Like that, we have Krishna Bhakti in our heart already. As soon as the Bhakti comes from outside and you link with it, immediately it comes up. Therefore, in the Shastra it said, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabunai Shravanadi Shuddha Chite Tharaya Udaya. The love for Krishna, just like a mother loves babies, their children, not only human, anybody in any species of life, whether the child came from embryo or came from eggs or seed, we may not understand, but we can understand only animals love and human beings love. Or maybe birds love too. But we may not know trees, at least the plants, love. So a mother loves the baby without desiring anything. Similar love we have there in our heart for Krishna, but we have forgotten. Why? Because of the material intelligence and material body. Immediately we transfer that love to our own kinsmen, family men, right? Different siblings. All these people, we just transfer that. But originally that love is for Krishna. Therefore it says, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema. It is there eternally in the core of our heart. Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte. Simply by hearing Hare Krishna chanting going on the street, you just stand and watch. Wow, so nice. The moment you appreciate, you start developing attraction for the Lord. So cute. All these devotees dancing and chanting, especially in the Western world. In India also, every temple we have, there are chanting going on. Street Sankirtan it is called. At least once in a week we should go and distribute this mantra to everyone. That is the idea. In spite of There are trees, plants, animals, human beings. Everybody gets results. Haridas Thakur was asked by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, apart from the human being, how we deliver all the other species of life. Haridas Thakur said, by loud chanting. If we do loud chanting, they can all hear. The dog may actually hear the holy name. He may not understand, but it works on him. Similarly to the trees and plants as well. So here, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabunai. Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte. By chanting and hearing, you purify your heart, and by which you can bring love for Krishna outside, not just dormant. You uncover it and bring it up. So this is the thing. So let us try to work on it. Simply chanting the holy name of the Lord. So that is called Karmashu Kaushalam. You need to have that ability, skill to how to bring the Supreme Lord in your control by love. Krishna is uncontrollable, and he is not at all possible for any ordinary beings. Just like a lion is fearful for all forest animals, but not for the cubs. Those guys are jumping on the body here and there, and they are attacking also. Mother just tolerate all these things and love the kids. So like that, for the person, materialistic person, Krishna is very difficult. But for a devotee, Krishna is easily available. So all that we have to develop the dormant love for him. And this dormant love is there in everyone's heart, regardless of what their body is. Ugly body, beautiful body, dog's body, cat's body, lion body, tiger body, tree body. No, within, along with the soul is naturally connected to the Supreme Personality of God. So all that we need to have a superficial touch with the Supreme Lord. There is a story of a cat fell inside the temple room. The pujari closed the temple room and gone. He didn't know this cat was here. And the cat was trapped. The ghee wick was still burning. So this cat was going here and there, going here and there. So he climbed the steps of the altar. At that time, left side, there was this wick burning, the lamp. Some or other, his tail got fire. And because he felt burning hot, so he was climbing down. So when he was climbing down, his tail was moving. He was actually trying to extinguish the fire. But what he can do? He was moving this way, around. How can I, get out of this fire? And Krishna considered that he performed arti for him, because he was showing like this. So when he has shown, after he left the body, he was transferred to Vaikuntha Plana, just because he did that. This is one of the Upanishads. So like that, there was a bird. Some or other, it actually fell from the temple, right? Temple roof, it actually fell down. A cat came and caught and went on. Because the cat came, a dog actually saw the cat. The dog began to chase, and the cat had this bird and began to make a circumambulation to the temple. All the three guys went to the spiritual world after the demise. The bird, of course, died instant. The other guys later, they died and went to the spiritual world. So this is called yoga. So you come near the Supreme Lord, you will be, some or other, gets the mercy of the Lord. That is what Krishna means, all merciful, because we are his children. Lion loves his children. It doesn't matter, the children creates problems. Lion still loves. That is an example. You may be very rude to the Supreme Person, or atheist, or rascal, but and Krishna doesn't take care. Therefore, he is most merciful personality, because you are only connected to him, related to him. So therefore, as a Supreme Father, he excused all your indecent behavior, atheistic notions that you have. You criticize God. Krishna is like this, like this, like this. Krishna takes only that. How many times you said Krishna? All other things, what you criticized, Krishna is this, Krishna is that. He is a politician. He is a very bad guy. He married this many, and he is a womanizer or this or that. You may say anything that you want, because you are angry, you are conditioned soul, you are fallen. Therefore, all these nonsenses comes out of our mouth. And Krishna being absolute, he takes how many times you took my name, and he gives the result about that. Rest of the things doesn't apply to him. Why? Because he doesn't have that kind of body. He's originally a spiritual, 100% spiritual body he has. So whatever notions or criticism that we have said or criticized to the Lord, that is applicable only to the material body. And Krishna doesn't even have that. So in this way, the Lord actually blesses for the number of time we have chanted his name. This is yoga. So we continue. Thank you. Hare Krishna.